Alright guys, good evening. Alright, so this video is to show us how to hem or how to iron our trouser. As you can see, this trouser has been sewn, but then we have not ironed. So I would like you to stay put to the end of the video and watch how the ironing, the pressing, the hemming, and the finishing will look like. Now, I believe most of you must have been watching my previous videos I made on sewing. So this is the time to learn one of the finishing aspect of it. So here you must bring a white fabric or a plain fabric or the same color of the fabric you have sewn. Then place it this way and iron. Now bear in mind that for you to achieve a perfect result, you must use a steam iron, or you can use a dry set iron with the help of a sprinkler, right? So whichever one you want to use is solely acceptable, right? And you must have your cooler or your tapper here or your cold iron. So now you bring your white fabric, then you place it that way, and then you iron. Please be watching attentively. Watch this video to the very end and see how all the rumples will be taken care of. I know most tailors don't know how to iron, and this will serve them as a guide on how to iron properly. So here, the trick of this folding is to make sure that the both side lines and the inseam line are corresponding at the ankle. So once those two lines correspond, then we start to iron nicely. So iron all through to this very point. You carefully arrange the waistline, iron all of it this way. So it's something that you will do with patience, You don't need to be in a haste or in a rush while doing this. You just have to patiently do this. So you take your time, arrange the waistline. Make sure you place a fabric on it. But if you have what they call Teflon cover, you can use it on your surface of your iron, and then by so doing, you will not need to place fabric anymore. So if you have Teflon cover, you could use it to guide the surface of your ironing, which is way more professional than fabric. But however, fabric is still acceptable, right? So after you have done that, you have to also do the other leg by simply flinging it over, and then do the other leg as well. You must make sure you start from the inner seam first before you do the outside pressing. Please note, you have to do the inner legs of both legs first. You see how I am doing the both inner legs? This is where your ironing starts from. Every standard ironing must start from the inner leg, and those lines at the ankle must correspond. So you must make sure you also place fabric on it, and then you go all through these rigorous processes of ironing. You iron that way, iron all through that way. So the reason I am leaving this video on for you to watch is for you to see that the process of ironing is not something you can do in a haste or in a rush. For some of us who might be kind of lazy to do this, you need to know that this is the only way out. As long as you are a designer, you must learn how to iron nicely. You go all through these processes. Please, if you like the video you're watching, kindly like my video, share, comment, and also subscribe to my YouTube channel if you're a first-time viewer. Go all through that process. You have to arrange everything to lap. After you must iron the inner legs, it's now time for you to iron the outside leg. So you still go ahead and arrange it again, and then you start ironing again. So this will help you to achieve a perfect finish. So you go through the process of putting up the iron again, from the outside surface. You iron all through. You see how I am arranging every component here. So you arrange all the edges must be ironed out. It must be ironed out. You carefully do this. Make sure every area of this outfit is properly ironed out. You iron out all of this. With a steam iron, you iron all of this. So as you're ironing it, you make sure that the panels are also corresponding, right? Because this fabric I am ironing is Jonko, so it's kind of a more difficult than the regular plain fabrics or cotton fabrics. So it's still possible to arrange. You carefully take through the whole pen of going through the processes. So you iron out all of this, and then after which the next thing you are going to do now will be on your hemming, which I will also show you. But then I want us to learn this first, the ironing process is first. So turn it over the other way around. We also iron out this as well. So you arrange all the panels and iron. Now, after the ironing, the next thing to do now is to start folding for the hemming, right? The folding is always 2 inches, and these 2 inches will be from the measurement you used in the additional inch when you are drafting the trouser, right? So 2 inches is what I always add. So 2 inches is what I'm folding there. So you first fold it outwardly and then tuck it in and you iron. So this will be hemmed, right? So this is how you do it. Watch closely how I will repeat this other one as well, so that you understand clearly how it's being done. Fold 2 inches in that form, 2 inches. Make sure you have it properly arranged. Then you iron. Then tuck it in this way, tuck it inside, and then you iron again. So this is how it's being done. So make sure you put fabric on top when doing all of this. It helps to give you a neat finishing there. So after this, the next thing you do now will be you tuck it out from here, and then you bring your hemming gum. So you now start putting hemming gum inside the trouser. So you put hemming gum that way, and you will coil it like 3 or 4 times to go right round. Now, I have seen several people say that hemming gum used to pull off. I do keep telling them that it depends on how you fix it. If you fix like 3 to 4 strands inside the hem area, it can never pull off easily, except you soak it in water for a very long time. But pulling off on its own will be very, very difficult. So if you put 3, 5 to 6 strands inside the trouser hem, roll it over this way. You see how I'm rolling it over, packing hemming gum inside of it. So it will help you to achieve a stronger hemming on it. So this is how it's been done. So most people will put only 2 and expect it to lap properly or last forever. It's not possible. The more you put the hemming gum, the more it lasts, the um, um, the more it gets stronger, right? So make sure you follow the process and understand how these things are done professionally, so that you will not have issues of it doesn't last. So you iron all through this area, making sure that everything is coming out nicely. So once you're done with that, I will say iron it again. Then you tuck in your hand on the other leg of the trouser, and then you bring it out as well. Repeat the same process of tucking it, rolling hemming gum around the trouser. Just get it done this way. Roll hemming gum in this form round the trouser. You roll it like 4, 5, 6 times in order to make it to coil in properly. Tuck it in, roll it as many times as you want, and have enough of hemming gum inserted inside the trouser base. Then after this, the next thing you will do now will also be ironing it out, and then you do the final ironing from the front and you're good to go. So if you find this video interesting, please kindly like, share, comment, drop a heart emoji, and tell me where you're watching from for me to know where my viewers are watching me from. So you iron. Once you iron, you drag it a bit in order to remove any wrinkle or rumple that might have been there. So you carefully do this. You iron all through. So drag it all through that way. So remove any wrinkle by dragging it, and you're done. So the next to do now will be to fold or to tuck it back from here, and then you are going to iron it again from the front with placing your fabric on top. Please note that this fabric I'm placing is very, very essential because it helps to protect the surface of the fabric from iron stain or shining. So do this carefully and make sure it's lapping as shown. Please note, it must lap as shown and you are good to go. So the finishing ironing could be done in this form and you achieve a nice finishing on your trouser. Please note that ironing does not hide errors of what you did unprofessionally, but ironing helps you to have a better image of your work. If you have worked hard, if you have worked very well, ironing helps you to have a better image. So don't use ironing to hide any bad job. It does not work that way. So this is how it is. Thanks for watching. See you guys in my next video. Bye bye for now.